Hi, my name's Joe McNally. I'm a photographer for many years, and I've been very happy, very fortunate to be interviewed by Pavlina of Pavlina's Kidz Place. So listen in.
Hey everyone, this is Pavlina from Pavlina's Kidz Place. I'm here on location with photojournalist and photographer Joe McNally. Hello.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm doing fine.
Awesome, that's good. And I loved your 1 Flash, 2 Flash seminar. That was awesome.
Cool, well thank you for coming. I hope, everybody had some fun and learned something about light. That's the main objective.
Yeah, definitely. I learned a lot. Like, I didn't even know what a TTL was, and then now I don't know. So, and like that was awesome. I usually don't see this many girls at like a photo kind of thing, because like at red carpet events, it's mainly just guys. So, do you think that's how it really is like in the professional world?
Well, it's pretty observant on your part. It is, has tended to be anyway. Let me say this carefully. It's kind of a male-dominated field to a great degree. Men tend to grapple, perhaps, and I don't mean to make generalities, but I would say men might grapple with the nuts and bolts, the technology of photography, maybe a little bit easier, or maybe there's more fascination with it. Maybe that's the right thing to say. Women, on the other hand, get closer to the emotional core of why picture taking is important much quicker than guys do. So the thing is, I think women have solved the harder part of the equation much more rapidly and more fluidly than a lot of men ever get a chance to do. So I was very gratified today. There were a lot of women in the class, and it's always great when you teach a mixed group because you have interesting choice of subjects. You're able to demonstrate different types of light for different types of faces.
So what grabs like your interest in photography, and like how do you put that into your pictures?
Well, I've always been a curious person, so curiosity is very essential, and I've always been a people person. So put those two together, and you have an almost infinite possibility of subjects and types of subject matter that are out there waiting for you to just visit, try to explain, and explore.
Awesome, that's great. What if you can't really travel too much, because I don't have a car yet, so I can't really go to too many places. What could I do to still have that creative aspect of it?
Just look inside your own world. I always counsel folks to photograph that which they love, that which is around them. In your case, it could be your family, your friends, your school, activities at your school, a sports team, the story of a season of the school soccer team, from the beginning to the end, a long-term project, not only just on the field, but also in the locker room, when the coach is making decisions, diagramming plays, on the sidelines, the emotion after a loss, the emotion after a win. All of it is rich fodder in terms of storytelling.
Yeah, definitely. Growing up, kids have all kinds of obstacles, so what kind of obstacle did you have, and how did you overcome or deal with it?
Well, I had typical obstacles, perhaps. I mean, I moved around a lot when I was a kid. I didn't really settle in on something I wanted to do until I was sort of late in my school life, my school career. But once I did settle in on photography, I drove towards it pretty relentlessly. And then those obstacles are very typical. I mean, I couldn't get any work, no recognition, career building, all those kinds of things. It takes time.
Yeah, definitely. So what was your first camera, and do you still have it?
I do not have my first camera.
Really?
I mean, I still have. Let me amend that. When I first did my class, very first class, serious class in photography, I borrowed my father's camera.
Oh, really?
And that was an old kind of, nothing of a camera really, but it got me through. And I still have that camera. That camera is important to me. But the very first camera I ever had that was kind of an official kind of, this is my first professional camera, was a Nikkormat camera, which I bought in 1973, and I no longer have that camera.
Oh, really? My first camera that I got when I started doing interviews was a Canon 70, and I still have that one because it's I don't know, it's personal. So what is the camera that you can't leave the house without?
Well, I leave the house without a camera sometimes. I do give it a break, but I oftentimes travel with a camera. Nikon is my system, so I will be out and about with like a D4, a D800.
What was your latest toy that you said, wow, I'm really glad I got this?
Good question. I wouldn't say it's a specific toy, but it's a series of toys. Thankfully, Nikon kind of a few years ago started to push back into the realm of fast prime lenses. A prime lens is a fixed lens, like a 50, an 85, a 35, and they made them very, very fast. 1.8, 1.4, that realm, and I find myself fascinated with that generation or family of lenses coming back into my photography.
Awesome. Yeah, I just got a 50 prime, so I
Okay.
love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really
yeah,
cool.
they're wonderful.
So what's like your best secret, and was it hard to like figure that out?
No, I don't think. I think my best secret is basically anybody's secret, and that is to be kind of relentless, stay the course, be tenacious, love what you do.
Awesome. Great. So being a photographer for the National Geographic, and I love all of their photography stuff, it's really good. But I think, like hiking through, I think of like hiking through rainforests and all that other kind of like dangerous stuff. Like, did you have like a favorite one that was just really cool?
Probably my favorite story, my most complete story, was a story called A Sense of Sight. It's my first cover story for the Geographic. It took me a year to shoot. I was in Africa, China, the Arctic Circle, all throughout the United States, Europe. Basically, it was a worldwide look at how eyesight and the power thereof affects our lives.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what are your upcoming plans and events?
Oh, Lord, we're at the end of a year here, getting very close. I'm hoping that work tapers off and I spend some time at home.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Cool. Well, thank you so much for talking to me.
No worries. Thank you.